In 218 BC, Hannibal Barca led 30,000 men across the Alps in 16 days. Rome, the most powerful military force in the Mediterranean, never saw him coming. Not because they were not watching, but because Hannibal understood a truth most men forget. Power lives in the unseen. The Roman Senate had positioned legions in Spain. They watched the coastlines. They monitored the sea routes. They prepared for every scenario their strategists could imagine. And while they watched, Hannibal moved through impossible terrain, his army invisible until it emerged on the other side of the mountains, ready to deliver the most devastating defeats in Roman military history. This is not a lesson about ancient warfare. This is a diagnosis of why you have not become who you said you would become, and why your announcements have become tombstones for your ambitions. We live in an era of performative ambition. Men announce their goals before taking a single step toward them. They post their business ideas on social media. They tell everyone at work about their side project. They share their 5-year plan with anyone who will listen. And they mistake talking for doing. Consider the pattern. A man decides to transform his body. Instead of training, he posts day one photos. He receives likes, comments, encouragement. His brain releases dopamine, the reward neurotransmitter, as if he has already accomplished something. By the time he has finished explaining what he is going to become, he has already lost the hunger to become it. This is not weakness of character. This is a trap built into human psychology. Research by Peter Gallwitzer at New York University demonstrated that when people announce their intentions and receive social recognition, they experience what he calls a premature sense of completeness. The gap between where you are and where you want to be, the gap that creates the tension-driving action, artificially closes. Your brain thinks you have arrived. You get the feeling of achievement without the achievement itself. And the world eventually stops listening to men who only speak of what they will do. The Stoics understood this 2,000 years before modern psychology confirmed it. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential philosophers in history, taught his students a principle that sounds simple but demands everything. Keep silence for the most part, and speak only when you must, and then briefly. This was not advice about being antisocial. This was a warning about the cost of premature revelation. Epictetus lived in a world of political intrigue, assassination, and betrayal. He knew that survival often depended on what you did not reveal. He understood that words are commitments of energy. Every time you explain your philosophy, you lose the opportunity to embody it. Every time you announce your becoming, you drain the power to become. This is why he commanded, "Do not explain your philosophy, embody it." Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man on earth, applied this principle in his own practice. He wrote his deepest thoughts in a private journal never meant for publication. His meditations were conversations with himself, not performances for others. The Emperor of Rome sought no validation for his inner work. He recorded his struggles and victories for himself alone. This is why his words remain authentic wisdom 2,000 years later, while the announcements of lesser men have been forgotten. Cato the Elder captured the essence of this discipline in a single declaration. "I begin to speak only when I am certain what I will say is not better left unsaid." Hannibal crossed the Alps because he operated by the same principle. He had Gallic spies embedded within Roman territory, even within inner circles of the Senate itself, feeding him intelligence while feeding Rome misinformation. He concealed his intentions through feints and misdirection about his intended route. When approaching hostile Alpine tribes, he sent scouts ahead and deliberately waited until tribal festivals drew warriors away from their watchposts before launching rapid advances through undefended territory. His entire strategy was built on one truth: move in silence, strike in thunder. The question is not whether this principle works. The question is whether you will implement it. Here is how. First, the 90-day silence protocol. Choose one significant goal. Tell no one. Not your friends, not your family, not social media. Work on it in complete silence for 90 days. Document your progress privately in a journal no one will read. Only reveal the goal once meaningful progress has been made, or the goal is achieved. This practice is inspired by Marcus Aurelius himself, who built the most enduring philosophical text in Western history through private reflection that was never meant for publication. Second, the Cato test. Before speaking about any plan or ambition, ask yourself, am I certain this is not better left unsaid? If the answer is no, or even maybe, remain silent. Apply this to conversations, to social media posts, even to thoughts you are tempted to share with close friends. Most intentions fail this test. Third, process accountability, not outcome announcement. If you must involve others, share progress on actions, not announcements of goals. Instead of saying, I am going to become a writer, report I wrote 500 words today. Find one trusted person who will give you process praise, someone who says you are putting in the work, rather than identity praise, someone who calls you talented. Never post outcomes you have not achieved. As Epictetus taught, the philosophy must be practiced, not proclaimed. Fourth, the private victory journal. Each night, write down one victory from the day, something you accomplished, not something you announced. No one will ever read this. The discipline of recording private progress creates internal momentum that does not depend on external recognition. This was Marcus Aurelius's practice, and it should become yours. Fifth, the strategic delay response. When someone asks about your plans or goals, practice the art of the non-answer. I am working on some things. We will see how it develops. I will share more when there is something worth sharing. This preserves your strategic advantage while maintaining social courtesy. Epictetus taught to speak only when necessary, and then briefly. This is that teaching applied. The ancients left us more than philosophy. They left us a blueprint for dominance over the self. Subscribe to Inner Imperium to uncover what they knew. You will face resistance to this practice. The urge to announce is powerful because the reward is immediate. When you decide to start a business, you will feel the pull to post about your entrepreneurial journey. You will want the congratulations, the encouragement, the sense that others believe in you. This is the dopamine trap activating. Recognize it for what it is, a shortcut to the feeling of success that destroys the possibility of actual success. When colleagues ask about your career goals, you will be tempted to reveal your entire strategy, your plans for promotion, the skills you are developing, the position you are targeting. Understand what this costs. You have now given potential competitors a map to either block you or beat you to it. Every goal you announce is intelligence you hand to those who may wish to undermine you. When you start a fitness transformation, you will feel the urge to document it publicly. Day 1, photos, accountability posts, before and after intentions. The research is clear. You will receive premature praise for starting your journey, and you will likely abandon the effort within weeks because the dopamine reward has already been collected. The common belief is that accountability partners always help, that telling people your goals makes you more likely to follow through. Gallwitzer's studies at New York University found the opposite. Publicizing identity-related goals actually decreases follow-through. The effect was strongest among participants who were most committed to their goals, the very people you would expect to benefit from accountability. The masses announce. The wise execute in silence. Hannibal crossed the Alps to surprise an empire. You may only need to cross the gap between who you are and who you are becoming. But the principle remains unchanged. The world is full of men who announce. They announce their diets, their business ideas, their fitness goals, their self-improvement journeys. And the world smiles, nods, and forgets them. Because the world has seen too many announcers who never became anything. But every so often, a man appears who was never seen coming. He moved in silence. He built in the shadows. And by the time anyone noticed him, he had already arrived. Rome never saw Hannibal coming. Your competition does not need to see you coming either. In 218 BC, Hannibal Barca led an army through impossible terrain because he understood something most men forget. The unseen cannot be stopped. So the next time you feel the urge to announce what you are going to become, remember the general who conquered by disappearing. Then, close your mouth and get to work. Now you know the path. The question is whether you will walk it. Subscribe to Inner Imperium for more strategies of mental dominance. Leave your reflection in the comments. What goal have you been announcing that you should have been executing in silence?